Hi, my name is Erlen Bakke and I'm the founder of MrOutsource.com. Welcome to our office in Davao City, Philippines. Now let's take a look. Hello, Erlen Bakke here and my VA, Regina Evangelista.
Hi.
So we've actually been working together now for about 5 years, and we just wanted to make this video as an introduction for you to how to get started in outsourcing. And so we prepared some questions, and Regina will be asking me the questions, but we'll probably both be discussing things as we move on in the interview. Yeah, we're here in Davao City in the Philippines. It's October and it's warm outside, sunny outside, and we're just in here in our office at the Mr Outsource headquarters making this video for you. So let's get started with the questions.
Yes. How did Mr. Outsource started?
Okay, so Mr Outsource started with. Well, when you're an entrepreneur, you hang out with other entrepreneurs. Birds of feather flock together, and you share knowledge. And at the time, I'd been outsourcing to the Philippines for quite a few years, and I actually hooked you up with one of my friends called Claire, and she had a fashion brand, and that was how it got started. I saw how it had worked for me, and then I thought this could be a valuable service for others. And in fact, outsourcing has been a key part of getting everything going and started for me as an entrepreneur. And I've been successful in outsourcing to the Philippines. That doesn't mean you have to outsource to the Philippines. We actually have an assistant in the US as well, and we buy services from all over the world. So on any given day, I'm speaking to somebody from Australia, from Canada, from the US, from the Philippines, from Croatia. So I kind of look for solutions globally, and outsourcing to the Philippines is part of that. And we have 20 employees here at the moment, and we're growing all the time. So I do recommend outsourcing to the Philippines because it works well for me, and I know it works well for other entrepreneurs also.
Okay, you may get this often, but why Philippines? Why do you choose the Philippines?
Well, it has a lot to do with culturally, the Filipinos are very similar to Westerners. And even if you walk around here and you go to the malls or you just speak to people, people even get the same kind of humor.
Yes.
So you're very international, and you're very well. The US were here for a number of years, and you've adapted a lot of the culture here, and that makes it just easy to, because you want to like the people you work with. Also, it's not only like here, do this, and you actually want to enjoy who you work with. So Filipinos are great fun. The slogan is it's more fun in the Philippines. That's the Filipino slogan.
Yes, yes.
And on Monday we went out and we did karaoke, and everybody laughed and everybody had fun. And I would say Filipinos are generally happy people.
Right. Yes.
Generally happy, generally positive, generally wanting to add value. Of course, there's a few bad seeds, but there's always a few bad seeds anywhere. Like you can, and yeah, outsourcing to the Philippines is great because the people are great. It's the people that make outsourcing to the Philippines the best option for certain tasks.
Yes.
Right. So when I say certain tasks, it means, for instance, for a long time now, we have been working on building a sales team, and we haven't been so successful at it because Filipinos are naturally polite. Do you want to say something about that?
Yes, Filipinos are shy. We're not aggressive people.
Mm.
We don't confront people, and we usually say no.
Mm.
We don't really ask more questions like that. We're just, if you say no, it's no, like that.
Yeah. So in sales, in sales you get no's a lot and you get rejected, and that kind of clashes a bit with Filipino culture, and I think it's something that we've known for quite a while. We just haven't been willing to admit it. But so for administration tasks, for you know, if you have an e-commerce site, call centers are very popular here. Customer service is very, very popular to outsource to the Philippines. So if you have an online store, you can have your VA manage your online store questions for you. And Regina, you've actually worked with a client in that way. Do you want to say a few words about that?
I was a customer support. I answer customers' email. I answer customers' call. Whenever they call the hotline, we address the customer's needs. And that's how we do it from the Philippines.
Yeah. And did you have a script that you replied to?
Usually we have an FAQ. And then we can add some ad-libs and other words in there, but we follow this FAQ or a script. Okay.
And what if the customer asks you a question that's not on the script? What do you do then?
We tell them if they can provide their email address, and we can send them the right answer, or we can let them hold the line, and then we get the supervisor or the manager to talk to them. But usually we just ask for their email, or we ask their number so that we can call them back.
Okay.
So that's how it is.
Yeah. So how long would you say it takes to train somebody to be
a customer support?
Yeah.
For someone who has an experience with customer support, usually just on the go. All he needs to do is just read the script and be familiar with it. Maybe some practice calls. But for someone who doesn't have a customer support experience, maybe a month.
Right.
And then we ask them to call customers, accept calls.
Yeah, because you do linguistic training as well, right? Okay.
And the next question is, can you please tell us how an entrepreneur can benefit from outsourcing?
Okay. So one of the big benefits, and one of the companies that we have down here is actually an image editing company, which means photographers, they will photograph all the day in Norway, and at the end of the day they upload their images to our server, and the Filipino time zone is 6 hours ahead of Norway, which means we can work on your images for another 6 hours. And you can run a 24-hour business. You can have customer support for 24 hours, and yeah, you do need 3 people to manage that shift, but it's very possible. So one big benefit is the politeness and the high work. Like Filipinos have a high working moral, so they want to do good work, and they put a lot of pride in what they do. So, for instance, in the West, sometimes you will have employees that are rude, they don't show up, they lie, they cheat, and stuff like that. And if you're an entrepreneur out there and you've had a couple of employees, then you may have experienced it or not. But in my experience over here with outsourcing, it's been a rare experience. So one is, and of course another thing is cost. That the Philippines is still a developing country. It's actually 129 on the list of developing countries at the moment. But I know with the knowledge transfer that's happening at the moment with all the outsourcing businesses, you know, I send you Tony Robbins stuff, and it's available to all the employees here as well, because we want people to develop and grow, because when they grow, your company grows and the world becomes a better place. So the benefits are you get a really motivated workforce that want to learn, that want to grow, and it's also seen as a status here, isn't it? To work in outsourcing. It's.
Correct.
Do you want to say? Do you want to fill in that a bit?
It's a high-end job for us, and some people even consider it as a career now.
Yeah.
It's an outsourcing. It's very popular here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Almost all Filipinos have outsourcing experience already.
Right.
Because it's available, it's fun, the compensation is nice, and you can learn a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's why we love outsourcing.
Yeah.
And the next, what are the things or projects one should outsource?
I think, well, what I usually say to my coaching clients is start with where the pain is. So if you have any pain in your business, then that's what you should start focusing on outsourcing. Because for me, outsourcing is also sending things to an accountant. So if you're doing your own accounting, if you're writing your own contracts, those kind of things. So the first thing to actually outsource in any business, not to the Philippines, but in your own country, is the accounting and the law stuff. Because you shouldn't be doing your own accounting, and you shouldn't be writing your own contracts. It is a great way to get burned and fail as an entrepreneur. But in terms of outsourcing to the Philippines, look at what tasks are repetitive. So if you have a repetitive task like invoicing clients or customer support, answering customer emails, it really depends on your business. But in general, when something's repetitive and it's digital, then you should be making a quick screencast with Camtasia or FileFlow, and you should be uploading it to your YouTube account and sending it to your VA so that person can start doing that work for you.
Social media.
Social media is another great one. I mean, I don't really. What else do we do
List
here?
building.
List building.
Video
client
transcription.
Yeah, video transcription, client follow-up. Actually, I outsource so many things that I actually don't have a good overview, but I know that things happen because in my daily update I do see what tasks have been carried out, and that's also one thing to really implement quickly in outsourcing is the daily update, and you can adapt it, but in generally it's three things. You know, the task, what did I do today, challenges I encountered, and then questions I have for you, and then sometimes we have reminders, for instance, so if you're a personal assistant, then there will be some reminders on things to remember. But yeah, so anything, it's really about being creative. It's really about saying, okay, what can I outsource, what can't I outsource? And you can in fact outsource everything. So it's all about being creative and using cheap technology to find a way to leverage other people's time in other countries. So yeah, anything and everything.
Yes. And if I were to outsource, what is the first step?
Well, the first step is well, I would do come to one of our boot camps, the Work Less Earn More boot camp, because there we go. It's a 3-day event, and we go through everything you need to know about outsourcing and automation, so you can have more freedom. We also teach you more about what freedom really is, because most people don't actually know what freedom is. And so how to get started is I would really attend one of our boot camps. You can find that on worklessearnmore.tv. And another way to get started is to get our 30-minute free business consulting, which you just sign up for at MrOutsource.com, and then start finding your first employee. You know, you don't have to employ them full time. You can do 1 day a week, you can do a couple of hours. Again, it's about being creative and finding a solution. It's more about finding the solution than focusing on what you can't do. So find that, you know, identify the tasks that you have in your business where there's pain, and then contact Mr. Outsource or any other recruitment company in the Philippines and start doing the interviews, start talking to people here. And you know, if that person doesn't work out, then maybe they know somebody that they know that will fit you better. But definitely, if you're watching this video, the easiest way is to just sign up to the 30-minute free business consulting, and then we'll start working on finding that person for you. And then there's a fee for finding that person. It's $497 to match you up with your perfect employee. That's based on people that have gone through our Mr Outsource University, and they're actually becoming accredited VAs because they have to do a series of tests, and the tests are based on our experience for now, working together for more than 5 years, and yeah, that's the easiest way.
Okay. And how much would you say should I pay? Is there a standard rate for virtual assistant?
Okay, so I like to say that the general if you want to figure out a salary in any country, you look at what they pay at McDonald's, because that will be the legally lowest fee you can pay. So for a VA, you need to pay more than that because they're doing it depends on the employee, but you should be paying around $350 maybe as a starting training fee, and then you should move up. Yeah, you can move up, but you might want to start off just by doing per hour, and you can start off by let's say 75 pesos an hour, and then if they deliver lots of value to you, then you should quickly increase the salary, and also pay surprise bonuses. So everybody likes a surprise. You know, everybody likes when somebody just comes and gives you something out of the blue, and yeah. So use surprises as well. But $350 is I would say like a training fee, like the first month, and then you need to bump that up depending on performance and the skill set of the employee.
Do you have any preferred way in paying virtual assistant or Filipino employees?
In the beginning, you can use PayPal. I actually prefer bank transfer, because in the beginning we use Western Union, and Western Union, they have closing times and they charge a lot more extra. It's expensive, and your VA has to go out of the office to get the money, and you know, if it's $350, they might get robbed. So like direct bank transfer is the safest, but you also recommend the
Union Bank.
Union Bank, yeah.
It's an Eon card.
Right.
Direct to the PayPal account.
Yeah.
So it's easier. They can withdraw the money any ATM of the machine, and then they just can get the money.
Yeah. So that's the Eon account with Union Bank.
Yes, and they can even check their money online. So they can transfer money online as well.
Right. That's great.
So that's easy. They can just transfer money to their co-employees.
Yeah.
So that's easy.
And you are with Union Bank right now?
Yes.
Right.
And I give salaries to other VAs through Union Bank.
Yeah.
Through Eon Bank. So it's easy. It's fast. No charge. From Eon to Eon, there's no charge.
Fantastic. So Union Bank, Eon is the way to go. And you should also encourage your employee to get that kind of account. It's free to set up.
Yes.
And yeah, so that's what you should do.
And last, what of all the experience that you have, what would you say is the secret to outsourcing?
The secret is to allow some time to make it right.
Okay.
I would say allow people to make mistakes, and then give 2 positive comments for every negative.
Right.
So always be trying to build people up instead of trying to break them down.
Yeah.
And as with all things, like the secret to anything is get going. Like so many people, you know, you have excuses for, you either have reasons or you have results. You either have excuses or you get results. Like, oh, I haven't gotten started on that. You know, oh, I should really be doing it. Yeah, you should. You know, so I think the secret to outsourcing is with the same rule as with anything. Like, do something, get going on it. It is the future. It is how you need to manage your company in these times. If you do the numbers, you can have about 10 Filipino employees for the price of 1 in the West. So, and I can tell you what, like the value that they create is far precedes that one person, multiple times, and you'll get motivated employees, and it's a great experience. In fact, when I was not doing so well in business, one of the things that really held me up was actually working with Filipinos, because they were always polite and friendly, and yeah, for me it meant a lot when things were in the red, and you know, jumping on Skype and actually having people that asking you how you are and being friendly and polite and caring. I thought that was great, and it also feels good to just be able to add value to the Philippines. You know, the stuff you know, and the knowledge transfer. So definitely one of the secrets is like add as much value as you can to your employees, because then they will be able to create more value for you, and that's kind of a cycle. So, so number 1, get going on it. Number 2, like let people fail, be positive, encourage them, and number 3 is like, yeah, what was number 3?
I think communication plays the best part.
Okay, communication.
Because if you lack communication with your VA, the the outsourcing, the relationship would just go down.
Yeah.
And we would think the worst.
Yeah.
We would think that you don't like our service. We would think you don't like our output.
Yeah.
It brings us down, and then it destroys everything.
Yeah. Communication. Yes, and it's jump on Skype, put the video on.
Yes.
You know, you're both human. It's not that scary. And the better relationship you can build with the people you work with, the more fun it is to work. And as Steve Jobs says, you know, work's gonna be a big part of your life. So you might as well work with people that you like.
Exactly.
So yeah, if you have any more questions about outsourcing to the Philippines, you can email me at erlend@mroutsource.com. So that's Erlend, ERLEND @mroutsource.com. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. My name is Erlend Bakke, and this is
Regina.
And we're signing out here from Davao City in the Philippines. Thank you. And
give me your attention, baby.